going on, guys? Get started here in a sec. Hope everyone's doing well. A bit of a pullback. This is what I was worried about yesterday. Right here. It's exactly what we were worried about. But let's get to work. This is why I look at them live, like TikTok or I don't know, something like that. Where's I put my phone? This is why I don't like. It's hard before the market gets going, before you see some of the overnight, because so much changes overnight. It's hard to, unless there's like just really good setups out there that you were kind of waiting on the day before. It's hard to be like, okay, well, I want to, these are my top plays for tomorrow, right? So, big day ahead. Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to go down. I think you're coming down, to be honest. We'll see. If you break the 50 EMA, 50 EMA is very key here. You break below that, the 200 is not that far. And I think you set yourself for a really good position going into the end of the month. So, yeah. Not terrible. But let's get started. Let's go out just a little bit further so we can see. I mean, yeah, this is gonna be the big spot. 24,305. That's your big spot right there. 312, and then you have a few levels under here. I really dislike when futures roll over. How it screws everything up. Don't like that. It's very annoying. I literally did all this yesterday. Okay. Let's reset that and let's do the rundown. Guess we can use the hourly here. I mean, you are going down. You're literally going down as we speak. So it's not the craziest thought to have, It's not the craziest idea to have. All right, anyways. So yeah, you like, man, that just doesn't look good. You know what I mean? Looks terrible. Literally looks terrible. I'll highlight this down here. Get below that, it looks really bad, but yeah. These should be all the levels you could possibly need for the next session. I don't see us getting way down there. I don't see that happening. Actually, here, I'll actually do the rundown. You guys can see what I'm typing today. I'm going to do it kind of well, no, I don't want to do it too small. So, give you guys an idea of like what we write for the rundown. Only problem is I have to go back and forth. I have to be able to look at the... No. I have to be able to look at this. So I can cite the levels. Not that great. We just run down. Always start with NQ. It's the most important thing you could ever look at, in my opinion. Now, I'll also tell you right here, so let me write this first and then I'll show you. Let's see, no, 24, 5, 1 second. So I write basically two sides for the trade of what you're looking for. I don't think it's too hard to comprehend. But it's really like, I think we overcomplicate so much of it. Okay. So really and truly, sometimes it's a little bit more in depth, I guess, right, with what I'm looking at. So yeah, but this is really like all I put down for. This is just for Nasdaq. I'll add ES and maybe Dow. But really, you just want to have. I might have a quick synopsis of something that happened overnight. But there's really nothing else to say here overnight because you really just trended down, all because of what was happening from the China talks and how things aren't going that well. So literally, all you need to put is that, from my opinion. Obviously, you get underneath that level. So what I'll usually do is the closest level to where we're at. And I mean, this is just a critical spot because if you look at this key level here, where we're at, we literally have 200 points to the upside and 200 points to the downside. 250 to the downside. So no matter what, you know this is a critical spot because you hold it to the upside, 200 points to the downside, 200, and there's like literally no liquidity here. Like look at all, there's literally nothing. So again, this is like a great spot to start the day because it definitely puts you in a position to where you assume you're gonna get action. You know what I mean? Hope that makes sense. I just put what I'm looking at above that level, below it, all the levels, etc. It's pretty simple. I think it's overcomplicated for most people, but it doesn't need to be that complicated. Okay. ES looks like trash. Jesus. No, ES was the one with the levels actually reformatted. So ES has a pretty big support here, I will say. You've got a lot of wicks here. ES is basically at that level that we're looking at Nasdaq to test. One sec. With like an alarm system, and it's a glass break, and I think my son just slammed a cabinet door. Triggered it. I actually hate this ES chart because you're in the middle of no man's land. I literally hate it. So you just have your levels there. I hate this chart. I would not focus on trading ES today. Yeah, and I will be totally honest. Like, I'm not gonna post something inside a Discord to be like, hey, like, if you want to trade, you can do this, this, and this. And sometimes I will, but I'll usually tell you guys what I'm looking to do. So like right there, I'm like, I absolutely hate this setup. I think it looks terrible. I don't want to touch it. I mean, you already hit your level. You already hit my target, 6,600 basically. So there's not really that much room for you to gain anything there. Market's selling off. I had a feeling. I had a feeling, you know what I mean? It was hard to stay super bullish. Like, you know what I mean? Based off everything that was happening. Like, Battlefield, not gonna lie, a lot of fun. Honestly, when I get done with work, I can play Battlefield today. But, yeah, China, obviously, we're gonna fight the trade war. And they confirmed they were gonna talk, and this is terrible. Like, I'm like, what is going on here? So. And then you have the government shutdown, which, again, we're not talking enough about. Definitely a concern. But let's go into the market for today, what we're looking at. Top watch. Hands down, top watch is NVIDIA today. Yeah. If you lose 184, it's going to get ugly. Same level you're watching on repeat, though. Nothing's crazier. Yeah. You get below that, you'll lose 180, 184. You have room down to 180, 179. Again, your 50 EMA is there as well, 180, give or take. And if NVIDIA flips, the whole market's going to get some downside, most likely. Apple continues to look like trash. You have support around 241. This is a big level. This is really big, actually. So on Apple, I'd be looking at, I mean, Apple puts make some sense, to be totally honest with you. Let me move that down a little bit down right there so it's cleaner. Yeah, so this was your breakout point where obviously you broke out and you literally shot $20 on Apple. I'd be watching for the 241, 240 retest. The top looking trade today for sure. I like the Palantir downside under 176, but you're just going to open up down here. I mean, I would also be watching, if you want to scalp Palantir, it actually doesn't look bad. I'd be looking for the 50 EMA, like 171.7, which is only like $2 away, and then 169. Not a bad setup either. Again, under 176, pretty weak. Tesla was a really strong name yesterday. You flipped this is honestly all I did here on Tesla. I can show the tape. You literally had a perfect retest here on Tesla. Super simple trade. Where's the? I'm trying to find the initial one. Yeah, so you ended up breaking out here, like for the break retest continuation. Until you got over it, you literally had a perfect retest there. Shot up. So that was a perfect trade. But if you get below this level, 2425.7, I think you have downside with the gap down to 415. You really do. 414, 415 is a big support though. So you wanna be watching that. You start losing that level. 414 here on Tesla, it could get ugly quick. Definitely be watching that. Where's crypto at? 110,000. Yeah, crypto is an interesting spot to where you have to wait for breakouts. You have to wait for you got to wait for like a break and retest. So you're just going to take too much chances. I really do believe BLSH, BMNR, I think these crypto names have a lot of room to run, especially because they're just getting shorted so much right now. So, yeah. So when I spoke Google. Yeah, below 241. I mean, you just have too much support down here. I wouldn't touch this at all. Let's go look at the other names. MP Materials is hitting 101. Oh, dude. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. You're gonna be at 101 right there. That is nuts. That's crazy. Good open there. What else are we looking at? LEC. LEC's flat. It's not a rare earth name. Rare earth ETF REMX. It's basically flat. It's just MP going crazy. That's crazy. Interesting. What about the Walmart's gonna be flat? I'd be watching Walmart on days above the 50 EMA there. It's a big spot too. Costco flat as well. AMD below. It's so weird. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because ARM got a deal last night with OpenAI, right? It did. Did it not? Did ARM not get the deal last night with OpenAI? Am I crazy? Am I? Did ARM get a deal? I know AVGO did yesterday, but I could have swore. Am I crazy? Am I? I think they did. They did. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, if well, go back to ARM. I'm honestly surprised ARM's not up more than 174 right now. It's at 174 in the pre-market. I mean, I know the market's down, but yeah, ARM was that would have been awesome. That would have been awesome. ARM would have exploded. So be watching that one. But I'd be watching AVGO as well for potential downside here on the day. It was one of the setups I was looking at yesterday, but obviously they had the news, so they performed well. If you, it is a partnership and extension to AVGO for ARM. Okay, interesting. Makes sense. Okay, so if AVGO loses 344, yeah, you're looking for downside pretty much immediately. I mean, the only bad thing about this chart is you're going to be gapping down, obviously, into 348, like to here. So, but yeah, you want to see a break, retest, continuation off this. No liquidity. 332 is also a magnet. It's a magnet. Like, you've seen so many tests at this level. So, I'll be watching that too. But ARM, pretty weird. I really thought it would get more love. CRM. CRM's a stock buy. I don't think the options on it are the move for me. Just because like what's happening right now. If everything was like fine and we had no tensions and the market was just moving up, I'd be like, yeah, probably grab like January's. You wouldn't even have to go that far out. But you just don't know what's going to happen right now. But I feel like if I buy stock on CRM, I'm putting myself in a pretty good position. Yeah. Forgot memory loss. Oh, ARM. I'm talking about ARM. They're talking about CRM. I was like, what are you talking about? I forgot the delay. But yeah, so CRM, I feel like if I'm buying it in this area of like 235 to 222, I'll be okay. Like, yeah, we could break down, but it's just like stop out if you need to. But I mean, this is where you're buying it at. You know what I mean? Like, you've been in these same levels for God knows how long. So, through the drawing, you can see. So, I mean, this is a pretty big level. You get below 232, I mean, I would get concerned. I would get highly concerned. But until then, that's where you're at. AMD. I thought I already went over AMD. AMD's up here in the pre-market. I don't know what's going on there. I know Jay has a level at like 210. So if you lose 210, I'd probably be looking for the downside. I've liked the downside opportunity here, but yeah. I don't really think it's worth going long on to get back above 227. The move and drop you had below it. Yesterday's move, even when the market was bouncing, AMD didn't look good. So I don't like that. I really don't like that. For sure. Yeah. So there's not a lot. I don't really know why people like AMD right now. I mean, if it's breaking all-time highs, I get it. Like, it was a quick trade. Jay killed it on that trading Discord, but right here, I'm not a huge fan. You know what I mean? Someone asked about Reddit, too, earlier. Someone said Reddit. Dude, holy shit. What's going on with this light? Oh, my God. Dude, what is going on? Dude, holy shit. I think my camera just messed up. My camera's like going AWOL. I don't know what's going on. My bad, guys. There it goes. I don't know what was... Even now, though. Something's messed up with the glare. This is crazy. Guys, I'm sorry. Probably gonna turn this off in a second. Here, I'll just turn the camera off. That shit's driving me crazy. Holy shit. Sorry, guys. I don't know what was going on right there. I was like, I just know, like, dude, the light got super bright on me. Why did Hood go on such a run? Do you think Bull has the same potential? Bull does not have the same potential. They're a totally different company, in my opinion. In my personal opinion, Bull does not have the same potential as Hood. So I wouldn't look at them as the same type of company. I would look at something like IBKR maybe. But like Interactive Brokers is a much bigger company, so take it for what it is. Maybe Futu, potentially you could look at them. Or what is their ticker? They go private. There it is, yeah, Futu. Yeah, they had a crazy run, but Jesus Christ, what a run. I remember this thing at like under $100. That's crazy. Holy shit. What a run. But yeah, no, Bull isn't. Hood, just go look at where their revenue comes from, and you'll see it's not the same company. Hey, Ty, have you ever had a problem with making trades off gaps? It's like, I know it's basically supposed to feel some of my bias change off of that. What do you mean? Let me reread the question. Have you ever had a problem with making trades off gaps? It's like, I know it's going to feel. This is my personal opinion off of gaps. So let's use AVGO. It's a great example because it's going to be a stock today. Okay. So AVGO is going to have a gap two ways. So you're literally going to start here. This is going to be your opening probably around this area, maybe a little bit higher, but still you'll get the point, right? So this is where you're opening up as a stock, like 347, 348. Now, how I'm looking to trade this is really simple. If you come down to 344 and you sit here and you find buyers, then I think you look for the trade back to the upside gap. Now, if you break down and you retest, then I'm looking for the downside gap. That's how I would trade it. Now, in the other case of you have a gap on one side and, you don't have a gap. So we'll use this as an example, right? The upside. So let's say AVGO was opening up strong, right? Now, obviously this isn't the case, but if AVGO was opening up strong and we were sitting above this level, I would ignore the downside gap because I'm looking for upside continuation because we're on top of our key level, right? Now, if we broke this level, then I would look for the downside and then look for the gap. But we're not there, so there's no point for me to look at that. So gaps just help you set targets. You're also looking at it the wrong way. Like if I'm looking at a stock like let's go to NASDAQ, okay? We'll use, or Qs. We'll use Qs as an example, right? So if we're breaking up, like my targets don't change. So all that happen, my levels don't change. All gaps do are give you like a level to look for. That's all it is. So like my levels here are going to stay the same. This is just how I trade, so. And Jordan trades the very similar way. So very important to understand. Like nothing changes here, but now I just have another target right there at the gap fill. That's it. That's the only thing that changes in my head. Or how I view it, I guess. So good question. Good question. I mean, so far you're seeing some stuff try to get a little bit of a bounce, but yeah. CrowdStrike, I mean, honestly, guys, it's really insane. CrowdStrike still holding up so well. Oh my God, dude. Despite the market just shitting the bed here. Pretty great. Pretty good hold. Netflix under the 50 in May will be a nice trade too. Back down to like 1180. No. It's 1200 flat and then 1180s after that. But if you get below the 50 MA, you have like a $10 downside trade. Netflix has been quick trades, guys. Like it has been great on the quick trades. Yep, Microsoft finally losing the 50 MA here. I will say though, you don't have, I mean, you have like 506 and then 500. I think right now, really what you're looking for in some of these names is just like, please give you buying opportunities, give us some decent dips. Like Microsoft's finally going on a run. Like imagine if we get a retest finally of, like, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but a 470, 468. Oh my God, dude, it'd be beautiful. Be legitness. Oracle's been moving pretty strong. TSM's been one of my top plays recently. Big drop overnight though. $7. Meta. Also too on Meta, you can't do nothing here until you break above 719. Above 719 is an easy trade, but yeah. The downside here on Meta too for the next few days, and I don't know if you're gonna get it. I don't know if you're gonna get aggressive downside. I don't know if sellers are gonna get super, aggressive. But if they do, if you break 691, like you're gonna break into the 200 SMA, it's gonna happen. Like that a lot would already have to happen for you to break this level here. So, but if you were to break this, oh my God, dude, the 200 SMA down here near 670 would be amazing. Holy shit, that would literally be amazing. I would probably slap that thing. Morning, bro. I've been constantly buying ETF REMX. I saw you covered it in your YouTube video a couple days ago. Yeah, REMX looks good, man. I mean, I think MP is like the king right now. Some people disagree. Some people like these other names, like they like UAMEMY, whatever this one. I don't know anything about these other companies. I just know MP's. When I started doing my research a long time ago, it was just the best name. That's why I focused on it. But yeah. But anyways. Thoughts on Data Vault? What is Data Vault? What the hell is this? It's in the NASDAQ. Oh God, it's in that type of NASDAQ. No. Not interested. Only AI name I'd be buying is gonna be Tempest AI. Big retest this morning too. Could be a buying opportunity, to be honest. I'll post that in Discord. Although you want to see this test down here, this is the dream. Seeing this like test of $80, but this is a big test too. I got you, Donnie. Bro, Jay, go tell Donnie, say, man, Tyler's got your back, brother. All right, guys, I'm probably going to hop off. I appreciate you. Sorry the camera and stuff started looking weird. That was super weird. Maybe I just need to restart my computer. But all right, guys, I'll have a video coming out later. Have a good one. I'll show you good luck trading.